Wow!
Nu ska jag hoppa.
Oj!
Kör du?
Ja.
Ja, då måste jag se hur jag ser ut när jag hoppade.
Who am I? My name is Jacob Wester. I am 30 years old and I'm from Stockholm, Sweden. I have been a professional free skier for half my life. I am 30 now and I signed my first contract as a 15-year-old, so yeah, it's a big milestone. Last few years, me and my lovely girlfriend Sophia has gotten into camping more and more. And it's 3 years ago we bought a Renault Master from the year 2000, and we totally remodeled it inside, and just has a little kitchen, a bed, you know, storage room for surfboards and skis. And now we have been living out of it for, well, at least 3 or 4 months a year the last few years. So this is how the media department issue is solved in the van. Chargers, hard drives, and we got some in the is that a fridge box?
Yeah.
It's a kylväska, we say in Swedish. I mean, it's the obvious way to live. Just to be able to drive somewhere for a few hours, and then if you're tired, just pull over and fall asleep. That's my favorite part. You just have to like driving a lot. Growing up in Stockholm, I mean, I guess it's not the first place you think about for a skier or someone who's making his livelihood skiing, but I'm very lucky to have incredibly supportful parents. So I was getting rides to the local hill almost every night. I wanted to be an extreme skier. I wanted to ski down big mountains. I would see the old movies with like the Free Radicals movies, and they would just charge down couloirs and jump big cliffs, and that's what I wanted to do. But there was obviously no way to do that in Stockholm, so park was the next best thing. No matter what you do on skis, it's going to help you in another discipline somehow, you know, and if your foundation is like solid and you're a very good park skier, then that's going to help you a lot in the backcountry. So yeah, I think it helped me a ton, especially since the transition period I was sort of a park skier in the PAL. I wouldn't really look at the big mountains. To be honest, it didn't really interest me that much. Like, oh, he skied down that line, he barely hit a cliff, didn't even do a trick. I thought that was easy. Obviously, that was before I actually stood on top of one of those lines and thought I was gonna shit my pants. Don't fall to your left, don't fall to your right. If I'm ever scared, yeah, for sure. I have semi-sleepless nights before some big lines. In the moment when you're riding it, it's usually not a big deal. You're having a great time, you're focused. When it's go time, you've just got to trust yourself that you've made the right decision. It's a bit exposed, but it's also fucking awesome. Okay, 3, 4. Yeah, nice. paint-wise, I use Rossignol Black Ops pretty much every single day out of the season, no matter what I'm skiing. Mostly the 118 millimeter waist. If I have to choose, I'm happy to add some weight to my setup if that means I got a more stable ski, just because I know that if something goes wrong and I have to kind of like wrestle myself out of a gnarly face with snow behind me or a cliff that was bigger than I expected, I know I'm going to handle that better on a solid ski. I mean, I can honestly say it's the best ski I've ever ridden. I love it so much. I think Parker and Chris and those guys in the US have done an amazing job of designing it. It's funny that it's gone full circle, you know, like I always wanted to do like big mountains, but I didn't know how to and where, and made my career as a park skier. And that opened up all these opportunities to go heli skiing and sledding and filming with these big production companies. I mean, I kind of filled in that last gap of knowledge, which was figuring out how to move through big mountains in a safe manner. I've been thinking a little bit, but not too much, about what I'm doing after skiing. In the best case scenario, I'm skiing for another 30 years, or you know, I'll ski all my life in some way or form. I mean, it doesn't have to be as a professional athlete in front of a camera. There's always like, I'd love to become a guide one day and start that whole thing. Like one of the guides that I always met filming with Matchstick Productions back in the day. I mean, they always looked like they had the best life. They got to ski powder every day, and they got to do it with like really good, talented skiers in awesome environments. So that would be a cool career path. But then I also know that if I'm going to do something other than skiing, then it has to be something like on the fully opposite side of the spectrum. Like I don't think I could be semi-involved in skiing. It would just kind of drive me nuts, I think.